Good evening, Bobcat parents, scholars, teachers, and community stakeholders. Thank you for tuning in for our annual Fall School-Based Family Data Night. Let's get started. During our time together tonight, we will discuss how to access your child's report cards and progress reports. We'll talk about our Power School academic scorecard. We'll talk about our assessments, our Master Connect, which is our formative assessment, and our iReady diagnostics, which are our universal screeners. We'll update you on the K through 3 literacy commitment, talk about ways that we communicate with you, upcoming parent meetings. We'll talk to you also about tutoring, and then we will send you to your child's classroom so that you can discuss individualized data and how you can support your child in becoming a brilliant Bobcat. So, you may be asking yourself, why are we here? The purpose of this Family Data Night is to inform parents on student progress within the various assessments, provide guidance on how to read the data reports, and then give recommendations for how you can help your child at home. So let's talk about accessing and viewing report card grades and progress report grades. So all parents are encouraged to either log into PowerSchool SIS on a computer as you did when you were registering your children, or to download the PowerSchool app on your phone so that you will be able to see your child's grades and conduct in real time. So you can do this by going to the SES website and click on the registration link, and you'll be able to sign in to PowerSchool. Or you can go to the App Store on your phone and just go ahead and download PowerSchool. On the screen, I have a sample report card. Report cards and progress reports look similar. Ironically, today is the day that all scholars brought home progress reports for the second 9-week period. We are halfway through the second 9-week period. It's very hard to believe, but we only have 4.5 more weeks before this 9-week period ends. And so this 9 weeks will end the day that students are released for the winter break. So let's make sure you are telling your child to concentrate courageously for the next 4.5 weeks to maintain or improve their current grades. Next up, we'll talk about the PowerSchool academic scorecard. The academic scorecard is a report that's available inside of the PowerSchool parent portal. When you access this scorecard, it actually allows you to view your child's academic, attendance, and behavioral data all in one location. And you can access this by going into PowerSchool and using your normal username and password, just like you would use to register your child for school. Once you log into PowerSchool, on the left-hand side of the screen, there is a space right up under where it had you click to register your child for the school year. There is a new link right up under it that is called the academic scorecard. And so you just click on that link, and on the next screen I'll show you what you will see. So this is the first page of the academic scorecard. In the top left-hand corner, it shows you your child's attendance. It tells you the number of days your child has been absent, and it tells you your child's current attendance rate for the district. The district is striving for students to be at school at least 92% of the time. Next to that, you will find out, it will say days chronically absent, and it will tell you whether or not your child has a satisfactory standing at this time. The last column across the top will talk to you about truancy and whether or not your child is satisfactory in this area. And so to be satisfactory in this area, a child cannot have more than 5 unexcused absences. So parents, it's very important that when your child is absent that you send us a note, either a handwritten note from you or a note from the doctor to let us know why they're out so that we can excuse their absences. Up under the top column that talks about your child's attendance, you will find your child's grades. You will find a section that talks about your child's behavior. It tells you it has progressive discipline. That is times that students may come to the office or see one of the admin team, but we don't issue an out of school consequence. Sometimes we just do a reset, but we do document all of those instances. So you'll have that. It'll tell you if your child's been in school suspension, out of school suspension, expulsion, and any kind of remands to a different setting. The bottom talks to you about your child's current levels academically. You will see the colors red, yellow, and green. Red means your child is not currently on grade level. Yellow means they're approaching grade level, and green means they're on grade level. And this is what's on the first page of the academic scorecard. On the second page of the academic scorecard, you will see all of the information related to each of the times that we assess your child. We assess them 3 times with a universal screener. We assess them 3 times with a diagnostic assessment. And then at the bottom, it talks about whether or not your child is meeting the criteria for the 3rd grade commitment. And lastly, parents, there is a print feature. If you press print, it'll give you, it looks like a JPEG image of your child's academic scorecard so that you can actually save it on your phone just like you would any other picture that you have. So once you push that print feature, this is what it would look like. You see how it gives you an image that actually looks like a printed copy, like you're going to print it on a printer, but it'll show you that on your phone. Moving on to our assessment resources. Now, parents, we do put this information on our school-wide calendar, but you can always access a list of all of the tests that we use to determine your child's level of progress on the MSES website. All you have to do is go to www.sesk12.org, put in 2 backslashes and the word assessment and a backslash, and it will actually pull up the entire calendar for every grade level. So if you have children that span the different grade levels, this would be a useful resource for you because you will be able to see the dates that all of your children will be assessed. This may be helpful if you're scheduling doctor's appointments and things like that to make sure your child's not missing any important assessments. One other useful space for parents to visit is the TCAP Family Portal. And so there are a few steps to getting into the family portal, but the first thing that I want to talk to you about is how to find your child's state student ID number. It's not the number that we use routinely, where if you ask your child to log into their computer or their device at home, it's not that number. It's a different number. But if you log in to PowerSchool on that same screen where you would click to get the academic scorecard, um, right up under that PowerSchool number, that's the number that your child uses to log into their devices and every other thing in the system, there is a listing that says Tennessee State Student ID. This is the number you would put in to access your child's TCAP assessment information. One other useful space for parents to visit is the TCAP Family Portal. And so there are a few steps to getting into the family portal, but the first uh, thing that I want to talk to you about is how to find your child's state student ID number. It's not the number that we use routinely, where if you ask your child to log into their computer or their device at home, it's not that number. It's a different number. But if you log in to PowerSchool on that same screen where you would click to get the academic scorecard, right up under that PowerSchool number, that's the number that your child uses to log into their devices and every other thing in the system, there is a listing that says Tennessee State Student ID. This is the number you would put in to access your child's TCAP assessment information. So this is what the family portal looks like on the Tennessee Department of Education. If you have never logged into the site, you'll click on first time user. You'll put in that student ID number that you find inside of PowerSchool and your child's birthday, and it will open up a screen that shows you your child's data. Now, students take the TCAP once per school year, and this is what the data report looks like for students. And so what you want to do is to look at the 4 different colors. There's orange, there's light green, there is a dark green, and a turquoise. Across the bottom is a key that lets you know whether or not your child is on track. There will be a black line, and it'll actually have a number in the center up under the 4 colors to let you know where your child falls on the continuum. We would like for students to score at least a level 3. Level 3 is on track, and level 4, it means that they have mastered all of the standards. The second thing that the TCAP report shows you is how your child scored in specific areas on that particular content test. So the one on the screen is English 2, and it has 5 sub scores. And so what you want to do is look at the arrows. There's a key at the bottom that actually shows you how your child compared within those standards. It tells you how many points they actually scored and how many questions they actually got correct in this section. The last part of the TCAP score report actually shows you how your child scored in comparison to other students at the school, at the district, and the state level. And they put this in a graph form for you. And so if you look at the example on the screen, you will see that this student, Sally, scored a 320, and it shows that she outscored other students at her school, at the district level, and the state level. Next, we'll talk about our school's current data and academic goals. Parents, on the screen, you will see our school's current data as of our last TCAP assessment. You will see that we have a growth score of a 3 in reading and English. We have a growth score of a 2 in math and a growth score of a 3 in science. 3 is the average amount of growth that students should make each year, and you will see that we have a level 3 in reading and science, but in mathematics we do need your help, parents. So, just as we ask you to practice the sight words, each night we are asking that you assist us by helping your child with basic addition, subtraction, and multiplication each night so that we can boost our average. Our goal this year is to have above average growth, which is a TVAS level of 5. So, the district formative assessment for Mastery Connect. Now, we took the first test was taken and ended the day that we left for fall break. The winter assessment starts as soon as we get back from Thanksgiving break, but we're going to give the children a few days to review before we begin taking that test, but we must have 95% of our students to complete this test. So just ask your child, did they complete the test? In KM1, K1 and 2, they have to do just a reading and a math test. But in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, they have to take reading, math, and science. And we appreciate your help with ensuring that your child is at school so that we can review and they have the best opportunity to do their best work and make a 70 so that they can score on track or mastery on this assessment. Now, parents, iReady is a computer adaptive test. And so a computer adaptive test continuously adjusts the difficulty of the test, and this is determined by the answers that your child gives. So each time your child puts in an answer on the computer, it determines your child's level of understanding and adjusts the questions to make them more difficult if they're mastering them, or it backtracks and reteaches your child based on the mistakes that they made. It reteaches and clears that up so that your child can actually master their particular skill. And so with this diagnostic assessment, our students actually take this assessment 3 times per year. And so with the data that we actually receive from iReady, your child's teacher can determine the appropriate instructional skills and things to actually teach as they pull your child into a small group for intervention or instruction. Let's dive a little deeper into our school-wide data. Let's take a look at our iReady diagnostic data in reading. If you look on the screen, you will see the categories and the percentage of students who fall into each of the areas. We want our students to be in the green. So parents, we want to thank you for helping us with phonological awareness and our high frequency words, as those are our top 2 categories, because what we concentrate on is what our children do well in. So this year, in addition to helping your child with your sight words, I want you to help us with building their vocabulary. So think of every moment as something that can be taught. Even if you are just walking outside, you can talk to your child about the leaves changing colors, the types of trees, just the different items that they pass. Every new word you teach them will help them to comprehend when they're reading because they'll be able to attach it to a memory. We'll also this year be working in the area of phonics. Phonics will help our children to be able to spell words that they don't know. So this year, one way I challenge you to help your child is to work with them on the different ways that you can spell the sounds of the letters in the alphabet. For instance, on the screen you will see long vowel sounds, and you will see that there are 4 different ways to spell long A in words, such as just with the letter A in acorn, or the letter A as it sounds in the word snake. So it'll be A plus some consonant and the letter E. AI is spelled, it spells along A, such as in the word rain, and AY, such as in the word hay. So when our children learn the different ways that the letters of the alphabet can be grouped together to make those sounds, then their writing improves, their spelling improves, and they're able to identify those words when they read. So those are the 3 things I ask you to help us with this year so that we can improve our reading proficiency levels. When we were home and school was closed, we didn't spend as much time on mathematics as we could have, and so as a result of that, across the nation, math is one of the areas of growth for all of our children. And so I want you to help us in 3 of the domains that you see on the screen. That's number and operations. That's basic math facts. So that is why we ask you, along with your sight words, if you would, you could make some flashcards. You could just buy these at the Dollar Tree. They have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and sometimes they have division. Flash these cards while you are on the way to the store, on the way home from school. If you have more than one child, challenge them to beat the facts together. We also ask that you help us in geometry by identifying shapes around your house, anything that you see, so that our students will have those basic geometry skills. And lastly, we ask that you allow our children to help you in the kitchen, because if they are working with those measuring items, if they understand that when you go to the store you get a gallon of milk or a half a gallon of milk or a pint of milk or orange juice, that will help them to remember all the ways that we use measurement. It'll help them with fractions. It'll help them with a lot of basic math facts. So once again, help with basic math facts, identify shapes, and allow our students to be with you in the kitchen. Talk about our MSES commitment to our students. So what can you expect as a parent? Personalized plans for each one of your children, frequent communication about your child's progress, being able to access their academic scorecard and report cards and progress reports um, daily, weekly. Teachers update their grades weekly, and so you'll be able to see in real time the progress your child is making. We also have a school-wide calendar that we send home the first Wednesday of each month. It tells you everything that is going on in the school throughout the month. Your child should also be receiving a daily log, which I will show on the next screen. In addition to our daily conduct report, which you see on the screen to the right, we also have our virtual morning announcements, which we stream via our school's YouTube page. Currently, our students are in the midst of a 6-week reading challenge that is hosted by the Memphis Hustle. This is the Reading Cubs Club. Our students in pre-K through 1 are challenged to read for 20 minutes each night, and our students in grades 2 through 5 are challenged to read for 30 minutes each night. And each time students meet their reading goal, they are to color one of the basketballs on the reading log. Parents, we want to thank you for continuously partnering with us to support your child. Now, while we love when you are able to participate in person, we understand that you're not always going to be able to do that. So what we ask that you do with your child each day is to read and work with them on their basic number facts: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. If your child is in need of assistance with their homework, I just want to make you aware that we have homework hotline. It's available from 3 to 8 p.m. A lot In addition to our school-wide commitments to parents, our district provides some opportunities for parents as well. To find these opportunities for family and community engagement, visit www.sesk12.org/family forum to find the live virtual sessions that are provided by our district. And now it is time, parents, for you to visit your child's classroom. On the screen, you will see just a few of the wonderful ways that we engage your child each and every day. Have an awesome afternoon.